Welcome back to Good Morning FTC, WFTU Radio, 5 Towns College, 1570 on the AM dial. I'm your host, Sean Lanigan, and my co-host, Jacob Bila.
Hello, hello.
And we have a very special guest with us, a 5 Towns College student, women's basketball player, and recording artist, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And what's it like to attend a school like 5 Towns College where you could play basketball but also focus on your music as well?
For me, this is not so different because I started this my senior year of high school, and it was like we had something where I could do this, and I did play basketball. So this is not something that's completely different for me, but being able to meet so many people who do the same thing, have the same goals, and are achieving those goals, that's the part that's kind of different. So having a support system, that's different, and being able to network, that's the difference.
Networking here is a big deal at this school, no question. And I'm sure, like the other sports teams, you're looking forward to the fall and just looking forward to playing games again.
Yes, definitely.
So, when did you start recording your music? You said senior year of high school?
That's when I say I started like taking it seriously. So I did I dropped a song my junior year with my stepdad and one of his nieces and all that. Well, my cousin and all that. So that's when I was like, okay, yes, I can do this. But my senior year, I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do this definitely.
Did you think about majoring in it? Because I know you mentioned you're a business audio.
No, I'm music industry studies concentration. That's my
music
concentration.
industry study concentration. My apologies.
Yeah.
I get that mixed up with other things. Sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. So music industry studies. So you study like the music industry, music business?
Yes.
Okay.
And when I first came, I was supposed to do mass comm. So
okay.
this is a completely different route.
Potential mass comps.
You could have been one of us or one of the people in the okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Though. And now, when did you? So, like, what kind of music do you love to write? Like, can you give us some music that you like to write a lot?
R&B is mostly the type of music. It's R&B. I add a little bit of hip hop in it, but R&B mostly.
Gotcha. And what are some of your favorite artists that you like to listen to?
Bryson Tiller, Kehlani, Cash Page, Party Next Door, all those. Black, all those people.
Nice.
Did you, in the fall, if games come back, can you set up a scenario where like your songs play during a game or like a marketing like that? Or
I probably would, but I feel like that would like calm it down or make it too like people getting their feelings too much. My music is personally like it gets you in your feelings. So if I created a hype song, probably.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think she would make a great hype song.
There you go. Well, because my first semester in the fall of 2019, before everything happened with the pandemic, sporting events that, Billo would DJ all the events and there'd be music and there'd be a lot of fun. So hopefully the fall gets back to that, no question.
Absolutely. And now playing basketball, what position do you play?
I play 2, so I'm a shooting guard. I love to shoot a 3.
How long have you been playing basketball?
That's a good question. Okay, I always say 4, but that's just like when I was in the backyard. My grandparents had the little plastic basketball hoop. I thought I was doing a little something then.
How to make a moment out of it. Yep, exactly. I get it.
But I think like when I started playing rec, I was in like 4th grade.
Gotcha. And all right, so now on the court, let's hear it. Like how are you on the court? Let's hear it.
That's terrible. I always downplay myself on how I am on the court. Like we'll play like rec at like 9:00, and I'm like, I'm bad. You don't want to have me on your team, and then I start doing different moves. They're like, what are you talking about? You're not bad. So me, I'm gonna just say I definitely like to shoot. So if you play me, don't leave me open. And if I have to, I will go to the hoop.
You heard it.
What?
Don't mess with her.
I saw your biography on the athletics page, and it says you're from New Jersey.
Yes.
What made you choose 5 Towns College?
When I came here, so picking my school, I just wanted a home field, somewhere where I felt comfortable, where I felt like I would be looked at because I am a shy person. So I wanted to go to a school where I wouldn't be like just stuck in the wave.
I gotta say, you really don't seem shy. You seem like a very nice.
You're talking live on a radio show right now.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just wanted to like not feel like I would be just stuck, like feeling stuck. Yeah.
5 Towns really gives you that feel where like everyone's just open and everyone's really just we're all hanging out and there's no like. You don't have to feel like, everyone's just really open here. Everyone's really friendly, and that's the great thing about 5 Towns. Everyone's just really connected together like that.
So when I picked the school, I was like, I want to come here. They have what I want, and it was just the perfect feel that I needed for a school.
Absolutely.
Oh, very good, very good. So, is the long-term goal obviously? Is it music singing, music producer, like the long-term career goal?
Me, probably like the music singing, music recording, me as an artist, and then I'll probably go into writing because I have written for some people before.
That's awesome.
Oh, very cool. Go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask. So like now in studying wanting to be in the music industry and studying business audio, what are some stuff that you're learning in your classes that you're gonna take into your career?
For me, it's personally like even what I learned last week. It was like you should look into being like on college radio and stuff, and then it was like next week this was offered. So it was stuff like that.
Oh, look at that.
Like it
Look
was
at
stuff like
yeah.
that. So
Look at the things that happen.
yeah. So it's the little things that like I'm like, okay, yeah, I should probably look more into this, into that, and then yeah, pretty
And
much.
you listen to radio a lot?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't anymore. I don't anymore. But when I was younger, I used to. Like I used to fall asleep to the radio. I used to have all that, especially when I was in trouble and I didn't have my phone. I used to just have the radio on all day, do a little dance, whatever.
When you listen to new music and being involved in music a lot, when you hear new music or you're thinking of how you want to create new music, like how do you listen to your music? Do you listen to the TuneIn Radio app or do you listen to Apple Music, Spotify? Like what do you usually go to?
I'm an Apple Music person.
Yeah, me too. I'm Apple Music too. Yeah.
I'm an Apple Music person
I
for
always
sure.
go to the playlist that on the search and it's like R&B, pop, hip hop.
Yeah.
I just go right to those playlists and I'll
Yes.
just play any of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely go to like the recommended playlist for me.
Yep,
Because
me
they
too.
definitely have like the artists I already listened to. So I'd be like, oh wait, let me listen to this song.
Like I like to listen to hip hop, rap, and pop. So I'll go like to when they go to hip hop, I listen to the Rap Life playlist, or I
Yeah.
listen to the It's Lit playlist.
Yeah.
I love those playlists.
Yes,
Yeah.
those playlists are definitely the best. I definitely listen to rap too because I can't stay in my feelings all day.
Are you a Post Malone fan?
Slightly,
Do you like Drake?
yes.
I love Drake. Yeah,
I-
everyone loves Drake.
You
Yeah,
have to love Drake at this point.
yeah.
dope
But
this
those Apple playlists are great. I listen to Spotify sometimes, but my go-to has just always been Apple Music.
Yeah, definitely.
Apple's the go-to. There we go. Exactly. What about you, Sean? How do you listen to your music, or how do you listen to new music for you?
Probably just YouTube.
YouTube.
Probably YouTube.
A lot of people
yeah.
say YouTube too. Yeah.
Yeah, probably YouTube. And with basketball, I believe there was an announcement made that the basketball team is hosting a tournament in the fall, along with the volleyball team, I believe. That announcement was announced, the HVIAC tournament.
I did not hear about this.
I know.
actually.
I believe it's volleyball and basketball.
Volleyball
They're
and
hosting.
basketball.
So HVIC's is the school's like conference.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember pre-pandemic, I did sideline reporting for like the tournaments.
That's
So
right. You
for the-
were. I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
I was sideline reporting, and hopefully with the tournaments and when all the sports come back, because of MassCom, we have sideline reporting and play-by-play, and and other schools like the feel of that. But we'll see if we get back to that.
Absolutely.
That would definitely be fun. I can't wait.
Now, as he mentioned, basketball. The season's coming up next semester. What are you looking forward to most next semester, especially with basketball?
I'm looking forward to games. I
Yeah.
love games. I don't know if crowds are gonna be able to come because of COVID and all that, but I love the crowds of the games. Like when I used to go to when my high school games, crowds used to be massive, sold out games type stuff. Like
Right.
it would be amazing. So I love crowd interaction.
Do you follow an NBA team or anything like that?
Slightly. I
Okay.
followed the Nets mostly.
That's
But-
I love the Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn
They're
Nets.
great,
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
They're good. I like the Knicks a little bit, but I'm mostly a Nets fan. Yeah.
I'm mostly a Celtics fan. Like
Okay.
I always
Okay.
loved them.
Right.
And then when Jason Tatum came, I was like, he's it.
Right,
He's gonna
sure,
he's gonna
sure.
get us back on track. Definitely.
I'll admit I love LeBron, so I watched him on the Miami Heat, and he's on the Cavaliers right now.
He's
But-
on the Lakers right now.
Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of when he was on the Cavaliers. Yeah. But yeah, I loved him when he was on the Heat and the Cavaliers. It's LeBron. I mean, So one of my best buddies, Alex Contos, shout out to you, Alex. He was a huge. He still is. Everyone's a huge Michael Jordan fan, but I remember. Like when we were really little, just obsessed with Michael Jordan, and then he was like, "LeBron, I love LeBron." Like some people think LeBron is like the next Michael Jordan in a way, but like they're both like they're just too iconic. They're two different icons like that. Like you can't compare the two. And plus, LeBron is going to be in the next Space Jam. I mean, just seeing that, like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I understand why people do compare them, but at the end of
Yeah.
the day, I don't compare them because I feel like
You really can't compare the two like that.
yeah, no, I feel like I
Like,
can't do that.
They're on two. It's a weird like joke to say like that, but they're on two different courts. Really, is what I want to say. Like they have their own styles on how they're playing, and it's LeBron and Jordan. I mean, like, yeah.
I like to keep those conversations separate.
when you're writing and recording your music, do you have a certain method with your storytelling, or do you have a favorite kind of storytelling in general, or?
Pretty much when I just talk about love.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
So sweet.
Sure. Hey, well, I mean, love can exist in many different
Yeah.
forms.
Love is a
obviously.
powerful emotion, of
Sure.
course.
Yeah. But most of the time, it's just like I listen to the beat. Sometimes I don't even want to write because what I'm feeling is more important, and I want to be in touch with that, even if it's unconsciously. So I just will sometimes just press record and just say whatever comes out.
It's funny you say that. Like, I mean, do you ever notice how when people, like, if they're not even writing any lyrics, if they haven't said any word in a song yet, but you hear that beat and you start to feel that beat, and you don't know what it is, but you're bopping to it, like you're really vibing with it, and then the lyrics hit you, and it's like, wow, okay, you're fully into the song,
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's how it was with If I Say almost.
And what's do you have can you give us an example of like your process, like when you're writing a song, like what do you try to think of first, or what do you try to look for first when you're writing a song?
For me, it's like what does the first line do? Because I feel like most of the time, if I don't like the first line, then I'm probably not keeping the song.
Like the first line has to be strong enough in order to reel people. Yeah, of course.
And even like probably 2 or 3 after that, because I want to always make sure the song is strong. I'm always saying something that's like important almost, or at least important to me. I don't want to say anything that doesn't like have any substance.
Absolutely.
So I always make sure that it's like meaningful in some type of way.
It's got to have some meaning to it.
Yeah. Even if it's like a little bit of meaning and it's just stating where I'm from, it just has to have some type of meaning to me.
Have you ever has there ever been a moment where like you're writing a song and like it seems so good, let's say, but then at some point you realize, nah, this isn't gonna work.
Yes,
like,
all the time.
Okay.
That's why most of the time, like I said, I have to sometimes just stop writing and just go in, because it's just hard. Like I'm not gonna say wasting time writing, but it feels like a waste of time if I'm like, dang, I just did all that and then don't like it. I'm like, dang, that's sad.
Writers for like novels, they tend to go through a writer's block too. Being a music writer as well, do you tend to go through like a music writer's type of block? Like,
definitely. Definitely. I had that back when I first went home. I think it was November near Thanksgiving, and I was just recording like 3 songs a day while I was sick, and nobody could come in. I couldn't barely go out of my room, so I was just in my room recording. And then after that, I just hit a block, and I was like, "What the heck?" I just spent days just recording. Like, I was so disappointed in myself.
And
but
in quarantine, obviously, as you said, it had to have been that. Yeah, it was a time when you really just had the time to yourself to really put all your creative energy into any type of song that you could create.
Yeah, I was just having fun then too. I'll make any type of song. Like if I felt like I was in my feelings way too much, I'd be like, okay, let me make a hype song because this is sad. Like I have to switch the energy in here.
And speaking of songs, you wrote a song for us actually that we're gonna play soon.
Yes.
So let's play it right now. Actually, well, before we play it, any closing thoughts? Anything you want to add?
Oh my gosh, no. You can follow me on Instagram. They love L. The love is LUVVELLE, and then they in front of all of that.
You heard it.
Okay, and if you ever want to be a guest again, let us know.
Please.
Whether it's this show or the various other shows we have, and we will play the song right now called "If I Say." And this is Good Morning FTC with your host Sean Lanigan, with your co-host Jacob.
Thank you so much for coming on.
And thank you very much, Gabrielle, for coming on.
Thank you guys so much.
It's been great having you on.
No, it's been great being on. Thank you again.
You're welcome, and we will be back right after this.